Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So fresh off of our trip to Scottsdale to PXG headquarters, we were out there obviously to preview some new product that is coming out in the next few weeks.
Yes.
But while we were there, we had the treat of being fitted into a full bag of product which included these lovely gems.
Little wedges, which I'd never tried before. Quite an interesting looking wedge, obviously. You've got that back weight there.
Yep.
Explain to me what that's for. That kind of the bigger weight, not the small ones.
Yeah, so the centralized port is really a fitting tool. It can be adjusted in 2 gram increments to dial in the spec of the club for the player, whether they're looking for more head weight, whether it's to offset maybe a grip choice or a length choice or a shaft. So just allow the fitter to tune that into the preference of the player for performance and feel.
Smart, makes sense.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Obviously, the rivets can out there in the toe side.
Yep.
We see that as a very, very popular design characteristic in wedges nowadays, moving the mass out towards the toe side, trying to optimize that CG location and get it in the center of the golf club. The hosel in the wedges tends to be the longest hosel in the bag.
Right.
So that pulls CG heel side and then ultimately the center of the club does not become the center of the mass.
Which you don't want.
Which you don't want, yeah. You don't want to have to strike the ball, strike the club in the heel in order to make kind of solid contact. You done more of a comprehensive wedge fit on these than I did.
I had a bit more time.
Them, but
yeah.
you went over to the wedge, the stunning wedge area.
The wedge area from heaven, yeah. So the first thing we did that was very contrary to what I would have chosen for myself is the fitter gave me this club right in my hand, which is a 56 degree 13 bounce.
Yeah, your little gem.
Yeah, so I kind of looked at him and I was like, okay, sure, I'll try it. We're in Arizona, the turf is pretty firm.
Yeah.
So I sort of was like, I don't see this being any good. I just expected to sort of like forehead them all over the backs of the greens. But I just started hitting some little wedges, 50 yards, maybe 75. You could actually hit a 95-yard shot, which was insane. And I just noticed the turf interaction was really nice. I was striking them well. The divots were tiny, if any divot at all. And I kind of looked at them and I kind of went, like, this doesn't feel like a wedge with high bounce. Because I was even opening the face at times and hitting some different shots. So my only theory that I could take away from it was higher bounce combined with a super thin sole. I've never seen a sole that thin on a wedge.
Yeah. It's very unique, that's for sure. I mean, if you look at the front and back of the sole, I mean, you know, there's some trail edge relief, which makes it very narrow, and there's actually a nice rolling of the lead edge.
Very soft.
Very, very soft, and it just lifts that leading edge up off the ground a little bit, and it gives you the ability to not just, you know, dig in straight away. So what are your thoughts on the full groove faces?
If I had my way, I wouldn't take it on the 50 and the 56. My preference would be to have a traditional face on those two. In the 60, I don't mind it at all.
Yeah.
And it makes sense to have the sort of the high toe style.
Sure.
But yeah, they went full face the whole way. I mean, I do think you get used to it. The wedges are a nice shape at address. They're very compact. They're certainly not a big full face wedge.
Definitely.
So yeah, it would take a little getting used to for a traditionalist, but
on specs, guys, they go from 50 degrees all the way up to 62. Interesting that they don't offer a pitch and wedge option, 46 and 48.
That's a good point.
Most companies now offer them down to there for the option of going with a specialist. You know, wedge, again, I think that's another one where if they did, they probably would have to go standard groove design or style. It
would be very different, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So maybe there's something in that. They've got a specific path. What's also interesting to me is obviously they have 2 grinds. They have the C grind options, they have the BP grind options, but they only have 2 bounce options. You're either 10 or 13.
There's no low bounce at all.
I find that a little strange.
It is a bit strange. Yeah, I mean, there are people probably watching that go like, you know, I play in Texas, the ground is concrete.
Yeah.
I need a 6 degree bounce.
Yep.
I mean, I would say try it because I was surprised at how the higher bounce played on firm turf, but I wouldn't be surprised if this maybe wasn't an option for certain areas of, you know, North America and certainly, you know, throughout the world.
Definitely. Okay, well, let's dive in and hit some with it because, you know, like you said, Matty, we did have a chance to try these quite extensively on the range, and then we played golf with them.
Hit some nice shots on the range.
So when we played actually that day, I mean, I think one of the talking points from the round for you and I was, you know, the wedges.
Wedges were kind of the highlight for me. Yeah, definitely. Out on the course side, they were what I enjoyed hitting the most. No question.
Okay, let's go hit a few. That's a nice one.
Win. Oh, don't hit the flag.
That's nice. Really nice.
They feel great. It's good too.
Yeah, it's one of those you just get so much confidence to throw it in there because you just know it's going to absolutely stop on a dime. That's the one.
That ball looks like it's going to come off the green.
Ready?
Hello. Oh, subtle. That might be over 12. You just see the flight being low because it's got so much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not used to seeing you.
It's kind of like a party trick. It's so spinny. Holy moly!
I'm not used to seeing you flight them that low into the screen. They normally are like up
a little higher,
higher, just because we've not got as much grip. But I mean, that last one was just full reverse mode. 12,500 spin.
Haven't seen that in ages. Without us doing it for like a joke.
Yeah.
Like that was just a standard swing.
Or I mean, I don't know if we've ever seen 13,000.
Not in a video. I mean, if I'm messing, I'm mucking around in the bay, maybe.
I've never seen it. Let's grab a.
You've literally never seen it?
No.
I'm gonna go get the PXG ball.
Yeah, I've literally never seen anyone get it. That's got so much on it.
I mean, I can feel the ball spinning. Get off the green.
Get off the green.
Did we do it? Oh my goodness.
Okay. Got one more in us. It's got to be the one.
All kinds of sauce. Yes!
Oh.
Just the result everyone's looking for. A missed screen from 90 yards. But we did it.
Wow.
That's crazy, dude.
Never seen 13. 31 and 13. I can see a new craze. People trying to see how high they can get the full spin. I mean, 13 is.
Let's throw the challenge out there.
Seriously high.
2 ingredients. I think they do have one of the spinniest 60s I've ever seen.
Me too.
And their golf ball is one of the spinniest on the market.
Agreed. That is the combo right there for maximum spin.
Have to swing harder. That probably spun at 13,000. Feels really nice. I mean, I would have to wear the grooves down.
Yeah, seriously.
Because this is a Pro V1. This is the ball I'll probably play. But in your experience, for the player who can't spin the ball, better to have a tool like this available. Mm-hmm. And if you needed to back it down, great.
Definitely.
Yeah. Good. I mean, that's the comfortable speed I would swing to get 110. They're just
you've got no chance of getting to 110.
I just don't have a chance, no.
Too much spin. All right, Matty. I know you normally hit your gapper a little more than this, but
I'll be lucky if I get 120. Yeah.
120 will be a real good one. I mean, you're having to swing almost 90 miles an hour there to get a sand wedge to go 103. Yeah, it's going to be right on your number.
I think you picked a good number. May not have been a perfect strike, but I mean, I'd take it. Felt good.
Nice one.
That's a little better. Tried to flight that one a little bit lower. It kind of gave me a little more ball speed. Did quite well. Get up there. Yeah.
All right, Matty boy. So high degrees of spin.
Extremely.
87 on the 50-yard shot. 87. We saw 13,000 for the first time, but averaging 12. The first couple were a little bit less. So really high. What was interesting was the sand wedge also was really high.
It was, yeah.
12,000. And then just under 11,000 on the gap wedge. So feel compared to, I mean, it's the same material, 8620 carbon steel, same as Vokeys.
I mean, they feel very soft,
yeah.
Very nice with the Pro V1, like I said. It's just, I think you physically feel the spin. Like I can just feel the ball ripping off the club face. So I like the wedges in a lot of ways. I would absolutely play them, but as you said, I'd just purposefully wear down the grooves a bit first before I put them actually into play.
Well, guys, I think it's fair to say, I mean, spin is the story when it comes to these. Great feel, I think the full face, grooves are going to be some people's tastes and not everyone's. Some people will look at that and go, yeah, I'm not convinced I want to play that in every wedge.
I'll say I didn't love it in the 50.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
I could tolerate it in the 56, but as a gap wedge, wouldn't be my choice.
Okay, guys, let us know if you've tried PXG wedges. If you've been out to a demo day, maybe you've kind of owned them for a while. I know these are not new to the market. They've been out for a little bit.
Just new to us.
New to us, but definitely something that is an attention grabber and has a bit of a unique point of difference when it comes to that amount of spin. You get somebody who typically maybe de-lofts a little bit and has a little bit lower dynamic loft characteristics and struggles with that friction and spin. This is something I think you could quite easily go to try and give the player a little bit of that back. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, cool wedges.
Definitely.
Yep.
Okay, guys, stay tuned for more. We've got the full PXG reveal coming in a few weeks. Stay tuned for that. We've got some new woods and some new irons to try with them. Really get our first reactions, obviously from Scottsdale National when we were out there with PXG, and now we've got them back in the studio. We both have the clubs with us in hand, so we'll be able to give you our kind of first-hand account of that experience. It was really fun.
It was great. Yeah,
Great
can't
stuff.
wait.
Okay, stay tuned. We'll see you again soon.